with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today we're going to dive into the Scorpio April 2022 tarot reading. Yay! So we have a few things chalked up for us today. I'm going to be doing a casting of an elemental circle just so that everything within the circle, we get the clearest, most high vibe energy readings for our best and highest good. And if you are wanting to know, before I get started, any other information on me, check out my website down below. Has my newsletter, which is actually coming out tomorrow. Finished working on it yesterday. So everybody who signed up for the newsletter, there's a few hundred strong actually, which is awesome. But I will be putting that out tomorrow. And when you sign up for the newsletter, that's all I do is send you a newsletter once a month. I don't play the spam game, but definitely check out all my other stuff, you know, Leon Mystery School, Patreon, all that good stuff. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So I have on my list here of things I like to do during the monthly chats. So I'm going to be casting that circle, like I said, and then we're going to dive into seeing what April has cooked up for our Scorpio homies. Well, myself, I am a Scorpio rising, so I'm very interested what messages are going to pop up for April. And James over there, he is a Scorpio Sun. All right, and then we're going to look into a few different areas: health, wealth, love, and career. We'll take a look at some opportunities and some blocks that may pop up for us in April. And then we're going to go into a viewer's choice. Susie! Hey, and Sumi! Susie says, I have Black Moon Lilith in Scorpio. Hey! And if memory serves me right, I believe Sumi is also a Scorpio. So everybody in the house. All right, so we'll also be doing a viewer's choice poll. Hey, beautiful, how are you from Chicago? Awesome. So you guys will be able to vote on a question, one of two questions for me to pull cards on. So you guys will be able to do that since you're actually in the chat today. We'll be able to do a healing, then we'll do a closing of the circle and my gratitudes. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. And let's start off with a little bit of water. So James and I earlier today, you'll see it in our Instagram stories, we went out on a little bit of a Jeep adventure. So we went off-roading, did some hiking. So yeah, I got a little bit of extra sun today. All right, so let's go ahead and break up that energy. So we want everything in here to be as clear and high vibe as possible so that our messages come through for our best and highest good. Everybody's saying hello. Susie said fun. And I like to use sound because I do believe it helps to just kind of break up energy. And then we're going to cast that circle and just finish clearing everything out. Sumi said, is it hot there in your state? Yes. It's been warm. So today maybe not so burning, but it's been in the low 90s. So hence a little maybe extra perspiration going on. All right, here we go. All right, you guys, get cozy, get yourselves nice and grounded, and let's do this. Beautiful said, hello, Susie Gemini. Hello, Sumi. And Sumi's like 90s. Wow. Yeah, it's springtime, 90 degrees. Well, actually, it's like 93, 94. Today, probably like low 80s. So it was nice and cool today. All right. I'm going to be lighting a green candle actually today for my Scorpios, bringing in that heart chakra. All right, so I like to incorporate all of the elements and also casting that elemental circle. So since it's a brand new candle, just give it a bit of time while the flame kind of catches itself and gets itself going. So bringing in a bit of that fire element, and I have my cone incense. We'll bring in the air element. There we go. So place that in its little holder there. And we'll use a bit of water. So this is Florida water. And although you guys aren't physically here, my intention is the energy of these items will surround us all, as energy knows no space and time. Hence, when I cast the circle, we are all within the circle. No matter when people listen to this or see this, we're all within it. Okay. Then, lastly, for earth energy, I like to incorporate that with the wand that I use to cast the circle. And actually, this is a wand that we have in Desert Cauldron. We have a lot of grackles here. They're just these proud-looking birds. They're always looking to the sky. They're always like, and they're so loud and so talkative, and I enjoy hearing them in the morning. And so this is actually a grackle feather that I found kind of out near the front, and we have this beautiful chlorite-included quartz, just that beautiful Mama Gaia energy, elemental energy, nature energy. And then this particular bone right here is antelope. So very swift, quick moving energy. And I thought that might be interesting, you know, to incorporate for today. So here we go. Off to the right is the north. So I'm going to go ahead and start at the north and cast that circle. So like I said, you guys go ahead and get yourselves nice and grounded, nice and situated. So as I ground, I pull in source energy down through my crown, down, 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 down into my heart chakra. From the heart, moving out towards my arms and my magical appendage, which is this wand, radiating out beautiful blue light. So thanking the elemental energies of the north for helping us to cast our circle today. Thanking the elemental energies of the east for helping us to cast our circle today. Thanking the elemental energies of the south for helping us to cast our circle today. Thanking the elemental energies of the west for helping us to cast our circle today. So circle is cast. Let our work begin, and so it is. All right. Okay, so Susie said Scorpio fixed water. Hey. All right, so the decks that I'm going to be using for today's reading for the month of April 2022 is the Mystic Fairy Tarot, the Lavish Earth Oracle, the Lavish Earth, the Essential Oils Healing Deck, my Wally's World Oracle. Hey, and if you're interested in Wally's World, the link is also down below. V from V Love and Crystal, she has this deck actually in her Etsy shop, and this is called the Feelings in Bloom Oracle, and I am rather smitten with it, so hence I'm going to be using it. And I have the Good Karma Tarot. And lastly, the Animal Love Oracle cards. All right, so a lot of decks. Let's go ahead and get started. I have here, my friend Steph created a lovely spread for spring, but I felt that the questions in here would be perfect for whether you were in the Northern Hemisphere or the Southern Hemisphere. It's great for the change of season as we go into April. It's quite a few cards, so you're going to have to give me a moment for me to go ahead and pull all of them. So not only am I going to pull from the Mystic Fairy Tarot, but I'm going to pull from the Lavish Earth to choose 3 crystals that Scorpio could work with. You don't have to have those particular crystals, but perhaps just maybe to meditate on their energy or find a crystal with very similar properties. And I'm going to pull a card from the Essential Oils Healing Deck as well, and of course Wally's World to get an overall theme. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Happening for Scorpio, April 2022. What is happening for Scorpio, April 2022? What gift is being offered to Scorpio? help them plan their new projects. What energies will help them to plan their new projects? What area of their life needs nourishment? What area of their life needs nourishment? What strengths can they showcase this spring? Or what strengths can they showcase this spring? What area of their life needs refreshing? What area of Scorpio needs refreshing? All right, what needs to be in their life right now? What needs to be in their life right now? How can they stabilize what's already blossomed? How can they stabilize what's already blossomed? And what door is opening up for Scorpio in April 2022? Okay, let's go ahead and put these to the side. I'm going to go ahead and pull some crystal cards. So again, bear with me, please. I love this Lavish Earth Oracle. In fact, I try to get my hands on almost all decks involving crystals. All right. So three crystals for Scorpio, April 2022. All right, three crystals. Here we go. Come on, Scorpio, three crystals. All right. And an essential oil. Let's go ahead. Essential oil. Okay, and again, the essential oils coming from the Essential Oils Healing deck. You don't have to have this particular essential oil, but perhaps something similar or an herb that is similar that you want to utilize this April to help you with your intentions. All right. Okay, and lastly, Wally's World. So let's see what Wally has for us. So what is his message for April for all of us Scorpio out there? All right, Wally, what do you got? What do you got, Wally? My baby. What do you want? What do you want to say? Scorpio, April 2022. Okay. All right. Wally has spoken. Okay. Oh, Purity Passion. Hello. Susie said, much love. I'm being called. Have a happy new moon in Aries. You too. Have fun. Have a wonderful evening. All right. So let's see what Wally has for us in April 2022. So what he's saying, the overall theme, and this image here is actually taken by my stepmom when her and my dad were able to visit Hawaii, and that's Wally kind of photoshopped down there. So let's take a look. Okay. All right, Scorpio. So I am getting a feeling that this is going to be kind of a big month for us, and we've kind of seen that with the majority of the signs thus far, since, I've been doing back-to-back readings, and there's been a whole lot of major arcana cards, court cards. There's a lot of big changes going on in people's lives, and although not everybody is going to be super duper busy, there's still going to be a lot of changes, either outward, inward, or both. And so for Scorpio, I feel like there is a lot coming in April. So a lot showing up for you. So it can come in several forms, because there's a lot of people that watch this. So it's going to look different in everybody's lives. But I do feel like a lot of, it's almost like the ship coming in. And what's on that ship is a whole lot of people, but not just people, but people from our past. So it could be physical, but also remembrances of people from the past coming in. And I don't see this as like everything coming in being in a negative. It's just a lot. And it could be a lot for our very watery Scorpios. So I would say just make sure that you guys try to ground yourselves as best as possible. Make sure, you have your daily shields up, you have your boundaries up, because energetically, there is a lot of old memories coming in. There's a lot of old stuff coming up. There's a lot of physical people coming in. There's a lot of opportunities coming in. There's just a lot. That's what I'm getting. I'm just seeing this giant ship coming in, and it's like ding ding Scorpio, and it's like wow, wow. It's like the Titanic just showed up. Everybody's getting off. Like, remember Ghostbusters 2 when the Titanic does show up and it's like Cheech and Chong, or Cheech is there, somebody else, and it's like better late than never. And it's kind of like I'm kind of getting that feeling for Scorpio, that it's kind of like, well, better late than never, but it's like a lot of stuff coming in. Butterfly love child, hey, this is we. Hello, fellow Scorpios. Purity Passion says hello, hello. All right, so that's just the starting off message, is that the metaphorical Titanic has showed up for Scorpio in April. As a rising, I'm like, what? Let's look at the messages here. All right, so very first card is what is hatching for us. And I say us because I am a Scorpio rising. So what is hatching for us, Scorpios, in April 2022? All right. All right, so we have the Six of Swords. So I do see that. I mean, if you think of the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith Six of Swords, there's literally people in a boat, but they are headed towards this kind of sunrise. Like, there is light in the distance, although it seems like they're on a very difficult journey. And here, you have these two fairies, and it's kind of washed out because of the light, but there's like this castle that they're looking towards, and kind of all the things that they're in right now. There's like these kind of wilted looking flowers, there's thorns. It doesn't really seem great where they're at right now, and perhaps things have been difficult, not in just the past couple of weeks, but perhaps several months. Things have been just difficult, emotionally, mentally difficult, if not also physically, but I'm getting more of like the mental, emotional aspect of it. And so with that imagery that I got earlier with Titanic coming in, it's that it's almost like you've been on a difficult journey, and many aspects of that journey are finally coming to completion. Not because of any sort of like, oh, and I'm now going to bestow like good things on you, but you've been working through a lot. You've been doing a lot of things. You've been doing a lot of self-work. You've been working in the physical world as well, and it's a mixture of a result of that, but also your intentions and just kind of the energy that you've been pumping out. So many aspects of this several months long difficult journey is finally coming to a close. Perhaps not all of it, but I do see many aspects of it, which is going to be a big emotional, energetic, and mental weight off many Scorpios' shoulders. Purity Passion says healing, yes, big time healing. So this is awesome. And also want to note that most of the signs have had a major arcana in that first position. We had a sign of Leo. Yeah, it was Leo, because the cats were messing with Sumi, that we had a court card in that position, and now we have a minor arcana there. So interesting. Just, I just like to make note of these things. All right, so the second question is, what gift is being offered to Scorpio in April? So what gift is being offered? In every single sign, justice has popped up. Sumi's like, yes, Tara won $5. So Lady Justice, she's not always in the same position, but she's literally in every single reading. So the gift that's being offered, okay, all right, my little Scorpios, myself included, although not as a sun sign, it's still in there. So as many aspects of these things that have been less than pleasant that you've been working on, these past several months, as they come to a close, like I said, many of them, not all of them, it's almost like you're sitting there and acknowledging, number one, the journey, what you've done, and seeing finally a closure to that, and congratulating yourself, all the things you've done. Yes, great. But also a smile on your face, like, yeah, that's right. I did that. I made it through. You can't keep me down. So I'm I'm just getting this like really smug like smirk on your face, like you thought you could take me out. No, no, no. I got this. So a lot of solar plexus energy there. Being very proud of you making, well, like these, not making it to like the finish line, but like being able to work through the things that you've worked through, because they have been difficult, and you kept pushing and you kept pushing, and finally some of those things have ended. So it's a very like, yeah, you see this? You see what I've been doing? All right, going into the third question, what energy will help you to plant your new project? So anything that you have cooked up for April, whether it's anything from I want to start a new workout regimen to I want to start this arts and crafts project, or I want to finally learn how to play bass guitar, whatever it is, whatever thing that you want to begin, or things, could be several, in April. In order to plant those seeds, we have the Ace of Swords here, you're going to have to work on the mental clutter. So I know that air signs have trouble because they're like up here, but because things have been rather difficult, there is a lot, I feel, on your mind. And although many things seem like they're coming to an end at various points throughout April, not necessarily April 1st, which is tomorrow, but kind of like throughout the month and kind of spilling over, I am feeling into the very beginning of May. But in order to work on some new projects, just make sure that you're not constantly thinking about so many other things that have nothing to do with the project at hand. So anything that's throwing you out of the present moment is going to kind of deter you from having a really good start to those projects. So just make sure that you are focused in the present when you work on those projects. Okay? All right, so I know a lot's been going on, but meditation is definitely going to help with that. All right, so the fourth question here says, what area of our life needs nourishment in April 2022? Let's take a look-ski. So many swords cards. My goodness, Scorpio, it's almost as if you have air in your chart, like myself. Butterfly Love Child says, the brain won't be quiet. I'm Mercury ruled Scorpio. Yeah. Mercury here. All right. I have the Two of Swords. So an area that needs nourishment, I was just talking about meditation. You're going to have to work on taking time out, even if it's a little bit of time each day, for some meditation. It doesn't have to be super long. You don't have to be in lotus pose and all like, but just time for you to go inwards, kind of put the to-do list out of mind and just listen. What does the higher self have to say? And just listening, just kind of inviting that space, just opening that space up. And of course, journaling. Journaling is definitely going to help. I'm kind of getting that there too. So that the ideas are out on paper and they don't need to stay up here any longer. And, if there's like a day or two, that you missed out on meditation, no need to berate yourself. Just, get right back into it. And this is also a message for me too, because sometimes I skimp on my meditating. All right, the fifth question, what strength can you showcase in April 2022? All right, the strength that Scorpios can showcase, we have the Seven of Patience. Seven of Pentacles, I got patience like right away. So yes, it's like the Seven of Patience. So Scorpios can be very patient, as long as they know that, things are moving along and things are, not stopped in any sort of fashion. So one strength that you have is other signs like myself, because I'm a Gemini sun, and like you got your Leos and your Aries and, all these other signs that are like, I want this to have happened 5 minutes ago. And it's like, if things don't happen quickly, they just like lose their stuff. Whereas Scorpios, they will bide their time. They know that, things are working along. I'm doing my thing. My time will come, kind of like that smug justice card that I got earlier. And you're very, very good at that. And that's something that I believe many signs could take as a benefit, is you have the patience. As long as you know things are moving at least, and not stopped, but you guys have patience. You guys have patience for days. And that is something that I think that you can really showcase and help others when you see them being, getting bent out of shape because something hasn't gone their way yet. You could just tell them, hey, sometimes a little patience pays off. And in your case, it does this month. And perhaps you can lead by example with that. All right. Question number 6 asks, what area of the Scorpio life needs refreshing in April? And we have the Lover's card. All right. So Scorpio, I got 2 hits on that one. So first one being, and sorry, it's like a little warm in here. The first one being that the things that you have in your life, it's good to, I think April is a nice point in the year to kind of take stock on everything that's in your life, everything that you do and love on a daily basis, like the foods that you love, the types of body movement that you love, the music that you love, the TV shows that you watch and love, the people that you hang around, the environment that you're in. Is it something that still truly suits you? All of these various aspects of our lives, because you might need a refresh in some of those areas. And the other hit that I was getting is some people may need a refresh in their relationships. So the refresh could come in the form of some people, parting ways because, they're just no longer in alignment with one another. It could also be just kind of changing things up, changing up the routine, or maybe take out routine altogether in a particular relationship. So relationship refresh for some, and for others, it's just taking a look at all areas of your life and deciding what needs to go. You're very patient to a point, and if certain things with certain people haven't really changed, because you need things to keep moving, and if things become stagnant in certain areas, well then Scorpio, kick that out. Okay. All right, let's go into question number 7. So what does Scorpio need in their life right now for April? Well, guess what card we have here? Butterfly Love Child's like, James says pizza, but he would. We have the Death card. Oh, well. What sign is ruled by the Death card? I wonder. All right, so what you need in your life right now. Sumi's like, us. So actually, yeah, Sumi, us. You need to remember what Scorpio stands for. Not, like I said, obviously not every single person that is a Scorpio Sun or a Scorpio Moon or Scorpio Rising is going to be exactly the same. We're all different people. But Scorpio at its core and what it represents and what it stands for, I think maybe if people have forgotten, go on the internet, type up Scorpio attributes, type up, just what does it mean, Scorpio? What does that astrological sign mean? And I think you need to start bringing in some of the badass qualities of Scorpio into your life in April. So Scorpio doesn't mind cutting things out that are no longer needed, because they respect their energy and their boundaries. Scorpio loves transformation, hence the Titanic coming in. So let's get all this old stuff out and let's bring in some of that new stuff. So I would say what you guys really need is to take a good hard look at what Scorpio represents and start bringing that in April. All right. going into crystals. All right, what can we utilize in April 2022? Hey, we have black tourmaline. All right, according to the Arabic traditions, black tourmaline can protect us from nightmares. It's easy to believe this is true as it has such an underlying strength. It is easy to rest assured in its presence. Ha ha ha, look at this sexy chunk of tourmaline. Ooh, 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 look how the light catches it. Black tourmaline says safety and security, and within this safety and security, profound peace. Black tourmaline makes a great travel stone to carry, so carry it with you, wear it, or even keep a piece in your car. Black tourmaline accounts for at least 95% of all tourmaline found. When a mineral is so prolific in nature, it's because there is a need for it. All right, so perhaps you guys might want to wear some of your black tourmaline jewelry like it suggested, maybe keeping a piece in your car, maybe keeping a giant piece like this in the center of your home or perhaps next to your bed. But I love black tourmaline, so I'm just gonna hold this for a second. Let's see, Butterfly said, may need to pop one of my tourmalines under the pillow. Boom. There you go, of course. All right, so let's see. What else do we have here for you guys? We have, hold on, I might have to put this down for just a second. Numite. I don't think I have any numite. Beautiful, dark, heavy numite is connected to ether, the space from which all the elements come. And look what another, just magically out of thin air, these stones are just falling down from my ceiling, I tell you. Well, this is actually a numite skull. This is a friend. Think of ether as a mixing bowl for air, fire, water, and earth, where you find space, stillness, freedom. Numite harkens a return to spirit and corresponds to the throat, strengthening and balancing the thyroid and metabolism. Numite is a rare metamorphic rock and is named after the area of Greenland where it was found, called Nuuk. It's typically iridescent and commonly contains flecks of gold, which are traces of pyrite and chalcopyrite. So take a look at this guy. Soak in that good juju. All right, so nice dark stones that we have here, you guys. Okay, and then lastly, we have pearl calcite. And if you didn't get to see, sorry, the pictures from the other cards, because I had the physical crystals, we have the black tourmaline here and the numite here. All right, so pearl calcite. Dun, dun, dun. Pearl calcite is solid, plentiful, and alive with a high, lovely vibration. It says abundance of all necessities. Pearl calcite has a creamy richness to it that reminds us to indulge in the finer things in life and not deny ourselves the most engaging, inspiring, and life-enhancing experiences. Calcite usually grounds us to the earth. Pearl calcite says, look to the heavens. I am here to inspire and enrich and remind you of the beautifully aesthetic experiences life has to offer. All right, pearl calcite. And actually I have quite the calcite collection. I'm sure pearl's in there somewhere or something close to it. I love that like waxy feel of calcite. All right, so those are crystals that you could possibly utilize. And if you don't have them, then maybe find a crystal that is similar in energy, or you could just meditate on the picture of that particular crystal, and I do believe you can still get some benefit, although of course having the physical crystal in hand would definitely be a different type of energy. All right, so let's take a look at a essential oil that you guys can utilize this month, or the month of April. Well, technically tomorrow. All right, basil. Basil is actually one of my favorite herbs and probably the first thing I'm going to want to plant when we get our home put on the property and everything. So I'm gonna start a little herb garden, but I love basil so much. I can just eat the leaves, mix that with a little bit of tomato. Oh, I'm in heaven with basil. But it says basil restores mind, body, and spirit. So let's balance things up with this baby basil. There's Italian basil. There's so many different types of basil. I would like to grow them all. All right, so let's take a look at how to stabilize what's already blossomed for you guys. So things that have already begun. So not begun in April, but things that you've already started. We have the Four of Pentacles, and we have the Ace of Wands. Okay, so what I'm getting with this is a couple of things. So I'm seeing this as your project. So whatever it is that you've already started working on, to be wary of, let me see, how do I want to put this? Not really to be wary, but just, you know, when you start something, it may look good to somebody else, and then they want to, some people are just genuinely, they want to come help you on it, and that's awesome. It's great, you know, when you have collaboration and extra pair of hands, it's fantastic. And there are some people that see something, they think it's great, they want to work with you on it, and then they want to get credit for all of it, and possibly maybe start to make it theirs. So I'm getting like a little bit of a, just be careful of people who want to ride the bandwagon of your success. You know, the things that you've been doing, the things that make you happy, just be careful of those people, but also to do the best you can with your finances when it comes to this particular project. I know sometimes there are things that we love, like me, I love my Jeep. And if I could, dude, I'd pimp that Jeep out, and that thing would be like the most amazing, freaking awesome off-road vehicle ever. But I don't got that kind of cash. But it's very easy to fall into that hole. So whatever your project or the thing, your hobby, the thing that you love, just keep an eye on the finances. So keep an eye on the finances and be careful of people that want to take credit for everything that you've done for something. So just, I don't know, that just kind of like popped in there. So just FYI. All right, let's go into a door that is opening for Scorpios in April. And we have the Two of Wands, which is almost literally a door. All right. So with this, I'm going back to that Titanic reference that I had at the very beginning. I said that there was just a lot coming in for you. And this is something that is a little bit more emotionally charged. Even though I know this is a Wands card, I just feel like this is more emotionally charged. And I might be picking this up off of a few different people. So if it doesn't connect with you, that's fine. You know, just take what does and leave the rest. But I'm just feeling like there's some of the things that are coming in are going to hit some very sensitive spots on certain people in the month of April. So let's say, for instance, somebody has an estranged relationship with a sibling, and the thought of that sibling still brings up old wounds and, you know, things like that. And let's say that sibling comes back in, you know, wants to try and work on things again, wants to work on the relationship, you know, between the two of you guys. And a lot of those feelings are coming back up again, and it's a very sensitive topic. So it's of the utmost importance that you guys really find yourselves in meditation to kind of ground yourself from that energy, because it can be very overwhelming when something very sensitive like that pops up for you again in April. And that's just kind of what I was getting, is just there are some aspects of everybody's life, you know, there's always something that we're very sensitive about, and one of those things is coming in for us Scorpios in April. And so just realize that with all that energy and all that emotion and all those memories coming back to the surface, it's very important for you to find time for yourself, for you to meditate, ground yourself. We have all of these beautiful stones for you guys to try and work with to protect your energy, protect yourself, so that you can work through it. Or maybe that's some of the people that you need to chop, you know, cut out again. But you'll be much more clear about what you need to do if it's coming from a more grounded place. Okay? So just a little FYI on that. So that door that is opening for you. And since it's a door that is opening, I see it as more, if you can take the advice to get yourself as grounded as possible so that you're as clear-headed as possible and not being led by just a swell of emotion, and not just a swell of mental energy either, but more led by the heart. Probably why I chose to use a green candle at the very beginning, so that you can decide, is this thing that's coming in, is this something that I want to work on? Is this something that I would like to have in my life right now? Or do I need to do the Scorpio chop chop? In which case, chop chop. All right. Let's then go into, all right, pulling some cards from V's deck. So this is the Feelings in Bloom Oracle, and I want to pull some cards for our health, wealth, love, and career. So those areas of Scorpio's life. Let's see here. What do we got? All right, I'm going to give these actually a deep shuffle real quick. All right, now let's do some shuffles. All right, so let's take a look into Scorpio's health for April. Come on, Scorpio. Health. All right, Scorpio wealth, Scorpio love, and Scorpio career. All right. When it comes to health, we have anxious. My nerves won't get the best of me. So with a lot of things coming in for you guys, me included, in April, really listen to your body. If there's anything about a situation or person that is bringing up a lot of tension, anxiety, feelings that, we usually don't like to have on a daily basis, then you know that's something that either needs to be cut out, let go, or transformed. Do something else with it. Because if we allow these energies, such as anxiety, depression, nervousness, all of these things to continue for prolonged periods of time, they tend to take a toll on our health. We tend to get sick easier. We tend to get hurt more easily, like physically. And of course, it takes a toll on our mental health as well. So just, be aware, with your very intuitive selves, that as situations arise in the month, if there's anything that you feel is off, this doesn't make me feel good, I feel like sweaty palms, anxious, and not in a good way every time I'm in this situation, or anytime I'm around this person, then something about that needs to change. Either it needs to leave, or like I said, it needs to get transformed. Okay? Because otherwise the health will take a hit if those feelings are not addressed. All right, let's take a look into wealth. All right. Guilty. I make peace with the past. All right. Money blocks. So Scorpios, several Scorpios out there. As like I said, all these things are coming in. I feel like there is money, perhaps not a rain of money from the sky. Okay, it's not like a raining Benjamins on us, or maybe it is for some people. But as money comes in, this is a great month for us to work on how we feel about the money that comes in, and I'm not seeing this as money that comes in from your job. I mean, you worked for that money, and not money that's coming in let's say you're having, well, you guys wouldn't have a birthday in April, but if you have a Scorpio in a different aspect, perhaps you are having a birthday in April. And you know how we get birthday money. I'm not talking about that stuff either. It's like the unexpected money that shows up and how we feel about that. And this is a great time to really look inside and say, okay, this money came in and I feel really good about it. Okay, well, excellent. Money came in and I feel maybe I should just give this away. I don't feel like I need this at this time. Or it's about time and I need so much more. Why is it only this much money? I need this for these bills. So as money comes in unexpectedly for Scorpio in April, take stock of how that makes you feel, and that will let you know if there are areas that need to be worked on in terms of your actual physical money, wealth blocks. And if there are, then you know that those are the areas to work on it, release it, boom, start allowing more abundance in. So this is just a way for us to be more aware of where our money blocks are as unexpected money comes in. Okay, let's see. Butterflies like called out. Okay, let's go into love. All right, and this is for everybody. So whether people are in relationships, don't feel like being in relationships, or they're dating around, whatever it may be. Ooh, okay. We have angry. I will combust. I will not combust. But I have a feeling like we want to combust sometimes. So this is I will not combust. All right, Scorpio. Sometimes some Scorpios can get a little hot. Something triggers them and they get a little hot, like full on, just like scorpion tail. Sumi said self-love. Yes. So when we have these extreme feelings coming up, either with our partner or people that we are dating, and something has triggered us, or we're not looking for anybody at the moment, but these feelings of anger come up, we need to look at where is that really coming from. If we take the partner out of the picture, or the potential partners out of the picture, what's truly making us so angry? It may not be them at all. It may not be the situation at all. But we need to take a look at, because I feel like this is something that's been coming up more and more. Like it feels like some Scorpios have been feeling like they get angry more easily, as of late. Whereas before it's like, there's those times where you just feel like you want to like rage scream at the sky. But it's not often. Like maybe several months go by and then sometimes it's just, but it feels like more easily, like I just, maybe you just want to like bite people's heads off. Well, why is that? We need to really take a look into that. That is definitely a self-care thing, but also kind of looking at the people that you're surrounding yourself with. Could it be their energy, or, just where is this anger coming from? Where do we keep flaring up? So this is a good learning opportunity. Sumi says, were you pointing at someone who rhymes with names? Maybe. All right. Let's go into career. All right, Scorpio, career. We have inadequate. I am worthy. I am enough. All right. When it comes to your job, whatever it is, whether you are your own boss, self-employed, or you work for somebody else, this is a really good time. And perhaps maybe, with the self-love thing, maybe this could be connected. If you're feeling a lot more volatile lately, like normally you're pretty chill, and because we have patience, but it's like lately it's like, ugh, like every person is just pissing me off, So it could be that we are allowing, to a point, certain people that we work with, or work with us, or our customers, or whatever it may be, to overstep our boundaries, and we feel perhaps inadequate in the process, so we want to do more, make up for it. So maybe in a job you end up taking on too much because you don't want to make people upset, you don't want people to think that you're not a team player, all of these things that we tell ourselves. And really it could be stemming from a self-worth issue. If you work for yourself, you're your own boss, and there are customers that just continually try to get more out of you, or you're hurt because maybe the products that you create or sell, they seemed unhappy with, and they write you this angry email or review, and then we kind of take it in and we bottle it up, and it comes out as rage, more towards the people that we love, and perhaps not at these situations. So it seems like there is some tension going on at work. Like I said, either you work for yourself or you work for somebody else, but there is a bit of tension going on, and it is causing some explosive emotions when you're surrounded by the actual people that you love, your partners or the people that you're dating, or, yourself, towards yourself. So just take a look at your boundaries at work. And by doing so, that should help clear up what's going on in the rest of your life. Because if boundaries are getting overstepped here, then where else in your life are boundaries getting overstepped? So just, little FYI for job. Okay, let's take a look at the Good Karma Tarot. All right, so Good Karma Tarot, let's look at an opportunity and a possible block that could show up for us in April of 2022. All right. Opportunity. And Scorpio block. There we go. Okay, let's put these back in this cute little pouch. Okay, so let's take a look at a possible block that we could encounter in April of 2022. It's the Justice card again. What? So, I would say a possible, block in this area. Before, when I was talking about the Justice card, there are certain things coming to an end, certain things that you've been, kind of pushing through and slogging through, working through for a long time now, several months even. And when those things come to an end, some people are feeling like, yeah, finally, like justice is served. That's right, you can't keep me down. There's that aspect. But when I get this Justice card as a block, I'm seeing more getting frustrated when we physically don't see an immediate karma. When we feel like, we do things for what we feel is our best and highest good. We try to help out other people. We try to be kind to other people. And yet when we see people maybe being unkind, dishonest, shysty with other people, we want to see that immediate, just scorpion, just, we want to see that karma, presented. And it may not, we don't always see what goes on in people's lives. So sometimes when we don't see an immediate karma happen, it's like, well, how come they get to act like that and there's no repercussions? Yet, the moment I, put my little toe into the street outside of a crosswalk, it's like 10 million cars going to run me over. So why is that? And what I'm getting with this block is to not be so invested in the karma, how it's being laid out in other people's lives, and just focusing on your own life and what you would like to accomplish. What are your intentions, and go with that. Because if we are constantly giving our energy to everything we see on social media or the people that are around us and deciding that judgment should be laid out there and there, and I need justice seen there and there, that gives so much of us away and gives so much of our energy away. And you guys have a lot of stuff coming in for you in April, and you're going to need that energy for yourself and for those things, especially because there's some sensitive things coming in for you, at least one of them. So make sure, again, that you're grounded and focused in the present, and try not to pay so much mind about other people and why aren't they getting their just dues. And I know sometimes, I'm guilty of it too. I get kind of bent out of shape. I'll see somebody do something like really like a D move, and I'm like, but I can't give all of my energy away all the time, like that. And I know that. Okay, so let's go into an opportunity that you guys have. And we have the 8 of Swords. So I see this as kind of like a reverse position where you guys are with that ship coming in, that Titanic finally, better late than never, coming in. It's like a freeing up of so many things that you've been working on. Like I said, not all aspects of the things that you've been working on are going to be magically healed in April, but many of them will be coming to an end. So it's like finally getting out of this mess, taking off the blindfold, realizing that the rope that binds us isn't really tied at all. We could have dropped it at any time, and we can easily walk through these swords. So that is a definite opportunity. It's finally some of that stuff that has been weighing on our minds, some of that anxiety is will be released with the closing, the ending of a particular thing that you guys have been working on personally for quite some time. All right, I want to go into the viewer's choice. All right, so you guys get to vote on a question that you would like me to pull cards on next. I'm going to use that Animal Love Oracle to pull a card for it. And you guys get to vote with an emoji. So either a red heart emoji or a green heart emoji. So vote with a red heart emoji if you would like to hear the answer to what your biggest lesson is for the month of April as a Scorpio. Or vote with a green emoji if you want to hear the answer to where do I need more balance in my life in April as a Scorpio. Okay, you guys go ahead and cast your votes. The most hearts wins, so most red hearts or most green hearts, and I will pull cards on that particular question. So Scorpios, if you want to know what the biggest lesson is for you guys in April, go ahead and put that red heart emoji. If you want to know where you can have more balance, go ahead and put that green heart emoji. All right, I'll give you guys some time while I prepare my cards. Looks like we already have one red heart. So one red heart, and then we have Kat comes in with one red heart as well. Sumi's got one green heart. So far we have 2 to 1, 2 to 1. So these ones, the red hearts are for what your biggest lesson is for the month. Ooh, and then Beautiful's coming in with another green heart. So we have 2 to 2. Do we have any tiebreakers in the house? And the green hearts are for where you would like to, where you might need more balance in April. So we need a tiebreaker, you guys. We have 2 to 2. And you guys work on that while like I said, let me get these cards out of their box here. Okay. All right. So those who are watching, tiebreaker. And let me get these mixed up too, because I want to give everything a nice, good shuffle. Boom, 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 boom. 1, 2, yeah, 1, 2, 2. Okay. Sumi said there was a coin toss last week to even the tiebreaker. Yeah, we might need to go with a little coin toss again. Okay. Let's see. Let's find ourselves a quarter or any sort of coin. Let's use a shell coin. I haven't. My matron goddess is Ishel, and actually bought a silver coin. So here we go. This is actual silver coin. So okay. Ishel is going to help even the score for us. Okay. All right. We are nice and situated. Okay. So Ishel, this will be heads. I was like, why do we have to have the queen on the back? But anyway, the queen is going to be tails. All right. So Ishel is heads. The queen is tails. Heads will be red. Tails will be green hearts. Red hearts, green hearts. All right, here we go. Be very careful with this coin toss because it's kind of a 1 ounce silver coin. All right, we got tails, which relates to the green hearts. So green hearts, your question was, where do I need more balance? All right, Ishel has spoken. Where does Scorpio need more balance in April of 2022? All right, here we go. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Ra. Okay, sweet. That's going to be your card then. Okay. That was fast. All right, Scorpio, let's take a look-ski. Ooh, we have toucan, extrovert, social, and being noticed. Isn't that like the opposite of what many Scorpios would like? I know at least like for James, he would rather have his skin peeled off than be the center of attention on a daily basis. Whereas me, I'm like, hello, social butterfly here. Okay, so Scorpio, you're going to need a little bit of balance in that department, though. Yes, there are many that would just love to be a hermit and they would just love to go about their day just dressing in dark colors, just kind of, if they have to go to the grocery store, just go as quickly as possible, get in, get out. Don't want to have to talk to anybody. I don't want to get noticed by anybody. And that would probably make many Scorpios happy as clams. But, and I'm not seeing as like balance, whereas you need to have days where you guys are social butterflies. That's probably just not going to happen with many of you guys. But when it comes to allowing people to see the things that you've done, perhaps you can work on balancing that. So if you have art, let's say that you do, perhaps you want to start sharing it a little bit on social media. Maybe you don't feel comfortable making it a public page. Maybe then just share it with some close friends and family, but do start sharing aspects of the things that you've done to allow people into that energy, because you guys create some wonderful things, and not all of us are artists, but I was just kind of giving that as a, you know, an example. But the things that you guys have been working on, and if you've been working on some self-care, maybe just put that out there. Even if you don't want to physically talk to people, some people feel really good just behind a computer screen, then still put it out there. Still put pieces of you out there or things that you've created, just to kind of help balance that Scorpio energy, especially in April. Butterflies like, no. So I'm not saying you need to be in, you know, on stage and doing any sort of public speaking, but when you share at least some of the things that you're proud of, allow people to soak in that energy. It benefits them too. It gives them ideas for things they want to do in their own lives. If you can still, you know, maybe do it from a more distanced aspect, you know, if, you know, you are extremely shy or you just extremely don't want to talk to people. But if, you know, like if you had a private account, let's say on Facebook, or you have a private Instagram account, but it is shared at least with a few friends, still share those things. You could also make sure that maybe on your accounts that you create, your name is nowhere on there, so people don't really know it's from you, you know, but still put yourself out there, still put those things out there. If you love to bake things, take pictures of it, you know, or, you know, you see your neighbor walking by, and instead of doing the, I hope my neighbor doesn't stop talking to me, I hope my neighbor doesn't stop and talk to me, you could just, you know, they say, hey, how is it going? Oh, and you know, you just so happen to have something that you had made, and you were, I don't know why you're walking around with a cake, but I'm like saying like, hey, I have a little bit of extra food, you know, I made, do you want some, you know? And they'd be, oh yeah, sure, because who's going to turn down free food? You know, something like that. So you're sharing a little bit with the world. So like I said, it could be just with one person, just a handful of people, maybe. You don't have to be in a whole stage, but you do need to balance some of the things that you create and that you do. So maybe you've been working on a lot of self-care and you know a lot about it. Maybe share a little bit of it. You know, if you create some art, if you're a baker, if you're arts and craftsy, if you make music, whatever it is, share a little bit of it. If you're a math whiz, which I am not, I am fascinated by the people on social media that like do those little math tricks that make math so easy. And it's like, why didn't they teach us that in school? And instead they gave me like anxiety about mathematics now. Thanks. Share what you're good at. You know, and that's a way to be proud of yourself, that you're proud enough to show what you've made and what you can do, instead of just keeping it all to yourself. So, you know, I think that would just be a little bit of a balance. You don't have to be quite like this toucan here and show everything to everyone, but at least a little bit. Put a little bit more of yourself out there. Okay? All right. Let's go into our healing then. Oh, Scorpio. You know what? Wait, just a hot second. For some reason, okay, you know, I pulled cards for you, right? And then I put the cards away. And now there's a card that was sitting right in front of me that was not there when I put all the cards away in the box. So I'm guessing this is also for you guys, because this card just literally just is there now. Okay. All right, so extra message. We have Puffin, flexible, humorous, and fiercely independent. And I'm not seeing this as going with the question that I just pulled a card for. I feel like this is more just a extra message for you guys. Because so many of you do kind of work away from others, you know, you like to kind of be very private in certain areas of your life, and you've done a lot of things yourself, and including a lot of your self-care, your growth, your shadow work, all of these things. And so like this little puff in here is, I'm just getting this message of congratulations. You know, you are doing a really good job. You know, for a lot of people, it's difficult for them to work on the things that you guys have worked on all by yourself. A lot of people need other people with them to get them through those things, but you guys have done well by yourselves. Many Scorpios are very hermit-like, and the things that you have done in hermit mode are amazing. And so kind of touching onto the toucan here, share some of those amazing things. And also, when things get a little bit heavy this month, you know, as a lot of things are coming in for you, see how you can make it a bit humorous, you know, because sometimes things get so heavy. It's like I'm so like taken with like so much emotion that I have to step back and I start laughing, and I don't know why I'm laughing until I like realize that the situation, like if you kind of look at it, is kind of funny. I mean, it's a dark sense of humor, but it's kind of funny. And I have a really dark sense of humor. So with that lovely dark sense of humor that some Scorpios have, and see how you can make it a little bit light this month too. That was just kind of like the extra message. But I find that amazing that, yeah, that card wasn't there when I put the cards away. So, okay. There you go, extra message. All right, so then now let's go into our healing. So I want to use these antique Tibetan singing bowls. These do belong to James. So I've been borrowing them for the Zodiac monthly readings. I'm just putting his crystals off to the side so I don't hit them with the bowls. Okay, I'm taking a seat back and let me set these up. And while I do, if you guys can get yourselves nice and comfy, maybe go get a blankie, get something to drink. I would like something to drink right now. I'm gonna have some water. All right. Get yourselves in a nice, comfy place. So either you could be seated, you could be laying down. Some of you guys prefer being in lotus pose. By all means, go ahead. I'm not that flexible yet. I mean, Annette's been working on me in yoga, but I'm not that flexible yet. And actually, Annette is she's got Scorpio in there. I can't remember if it's her sun or her rising, or maybe it's her moon sign. I don't know. I forgot. There's Scorpio in there though. All right. So let's go ahead and move the camera down. Let me move here so you guys can see the Tibetan singing bowls. And what I want to do is just clear up the energy to make way for what you guys would like to work on and what you would like to have manifest, the energy that you would like to be in, the emotion that you wish to focus on for April 2022. Okay, so I'm going to start us off with a little grounding. So you guys take a nice deep breath in and out. In and out. And every time you guys take a nice deep inhale, make sure that you are filling up the lungs, the diaphragm, the stomach, giving a little pause, and then exhaling fully until you feel the belly button retract back to the spine. Okay, so nice full inhales and nice complete exhales. And as you do, ground yourself, imagining those roots coming out from the bottom of your body, moving down deep into Mama Gaia's soil, mixing with all of the other root systems that exist from all of the other animals and living organisms and people on this planet, not just plants. And watch them go deeper, deeper, deeper through the soil until they start to feel the warmth of Gaia's core. That beautiful, shining light, that heartbeat, that Koyopa energy, as we call it in Kichi. Continue breathing. When you feel that your roots have fully connected with the core, I want you to breathe in Gaia's energy, that energy that you are a part of. And breathe it in all the way up your roots, up your legs, your torso, your arms, your neck, your head, and then watching that energy explode out of the top of your head, going straight to source. This ignites source, and you are now feeling that source energy radiating down, 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 through your crown, through your third eye, your throat, your heart, every cell, every inch of your body, to the solar plexus, the sacral, the root, the ground star chakra, down, 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 all the way into Gaia's core. You are now a conduit of energy, source energy coming down, earth energy coming up. Just watching these two energies mix and mingle like a strand of DNA through your body. Continue breathing. And think about what you would like to work on in April. What do you want to see manifest? What's on that Titanic ship for you? What do you want to see? What's your intention? With every inhale, focus on that intention. With every exhale, what do you finally want to see leave? What needs to come to a completion? Okay, inhale intention. Exhale that which is leaving us. Okay, continue doing that. I will begin the bowls. All right, you guys, start feeling the energy come back to your body, feeling you in a awakened state. You can wiggle your fingers, your toes, but getting yourself fully back into the body. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was the Scorpio April 2022 reading. This is the month that I wanted to try out kind of doing all the different zodiac signs instead of doing one kind of generalized pre-recorded reading. You know, doing live chats is something that I really love to do. It's something that I just did on Saturdays. I would have my Saturday live chat with my Saturday crew. And I was like, you know, why just make it one day a week? Like, let's do this more often. So I thought it would be really fun to kind of divide everybody up into zodiac signs, and then maybe getting even more specific messages. And I get to hang out with you guys after dinner, so like this is really fun. And then of course doing the live weekly readings as well. So I'm enjoying this. We have a few more signs to go. We have Libra tomorrow, which I'm a Libra moon, so we'll see what Libra has cooked up for April. Then we'll go into Capricorn on Saturday, and then we will end with Pisces on Sunday, April 3rd. So everybody's saying thank you, thank you, thank you. Diana said, woohoo, I made it to the live reading. Hey! So, okay. All right, guys, let's go ahead and close up the circle then. So I have my wand here that I started with at the very beginning, which, by the way, you can find this beautiful wand at Desert Cauldron, whose link is down below. All right, so I'm going to start again at the north, and I'm going to bring in that blue light that I cast out earlier. Remember, the circle that I cast is for all of us, no matter what time we watch it, no matter where you live. So no space or time is a thing when it comes to energy. So I'm going to thank the elementals from each of the 4 directions for helping us out. Thank you to the elementals of the north for helping us to cast our circle today. Thank you, elementals of the west, for helping us to cast our circle today. Thank you, elementals of the south, for helping us to cast our circle today. Thank you, elementals of the east, for helping us to cast our circle today. All right, so thank you, and so it is. We are grounded, and so it is. All right, so thank you guys so much. I want to thank everybody who has popped in and out for these live chats. They really have been a lot of fun. Like I said, we still have a few signs to go, but this is the end of the evening for us. I do enjoy hanging out with you guys after dinner, you know, just kind of chillaxing, pulling some cards, doing some healing, you know, having a good time with you guys. I thank you guys for all of your comments. Those of you guys that are subscribed to the channel, give thumbs up. You guys comment on the videos. It definitely helps out the channel and really does help to support what I do here. It's a lovely, you know, reciprocation of energy. I love pulling cards for you guys. I love just being within our lovely community. That's my favorite thing to do. And then the fact that we also get to make wonderful things, James and I, you know, in Desert Cauldron, is just like, it's amazing. Like, I love it. So thank you to everybody who's bought things from our Desert Cauldron shop, you know, our one-of-a-kind handmade items and some of the lovely crystals we brought back from Tucson. And thank you to, I feel like I'm like up at the, like doing an awards acceptance. Just, yeah, thank you to everybody. And I want to also thank, thank everybody who's, you know, donated through PayPal, the PayPal me, and also to my patrons. So thank you so much. Gonna name you guys by name: Michelle and Surian and Brandy and B and Samara and Kirsten, the Silver Wheel Witch, and Jason and Brian and Kayla. Thank you guys all so much, and all you homies as well. All right, I will catch you guys later. Maybe I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Any Libras in the house? Sun, moon, rising, friends, family. I am a Libra moon, so I'm also interested in what is going to be for April, you know, as we read it tomorrow. All right, so I'll see you guys, perhaps some of you guys tomorrow, but thank you guys so much. All right, catch you later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out. Bye, guys.